Once upon a time, Nick Saban, Cleveland Browns defensive coordinator in the early 90s, had a problem. He needed an eighth guy in the box to stop the run. Yet he couldn't play cover 1 or cover 3 because his corners weren't as good as the opposite team's receivers. So what do? He came up with pattern, match, zone. Here's a cover 3. You see the deep thirds. What if the offense ran 4 verts? What's the point of playing cover 3 against 4 verts? You're outmatched 4-3 downfield. What's the point? So Saban saw this and said there's a better way. If they go 4 verts, our 2 inside guys on the number 2 weapons, the slot corner and the strong safety, will get depth, turn, and run with the inside verts, the seams, the Y and the slot. The linebacker will take the running back into the flat. They do this through responsibility, through reads. For example, the slot corner's first read is the slot, his number 2 read is the X. The outside corner is the exact opposite. The same can be said for the strong safety and the cornerback on the right side of your screen. Reading each responsibility. So what happens? The offense tries to confuse the defense, tries to run pattern match beaters like this. And if that happens, the outside corner needs to call under. The slot corner needs to take that under in the curl flat. And the outside corner gets depth and squeezes the seam. It essentially becomes a cover 3, but each guy's taking their number 2 read. With Gregg Williams, and we covered this already, he loves the Tampa 2. And he'll throw a lot of different guys in the hole zone. Here, this is an inverted Tampa 2. May starts single high, comes down in the hole zone, while Poole and Adams take the deep halves, essentially deep thirds. But no matter what zone coverage Gregg Williams is calling, there are reads, there are pattern, match, zone principles. As you'll see here, in these short yardage switch situations. Forget what you know about zone coverage, man coverage. Throw it out of the window. It's match principles, match pattern matching these days, and that's the way football is. That's the way coverages go. Here against the Dolphins, May, another strong trait of his is communication. Communication while working with everyone else. There's May. There's Hairston. Okay? Happen quickly. It's not a stack. It's basic trips with the tight end. Looking like a 3-3-5 nickel against 11 personnel. There's May. There's Hairston. These two are working in concert. This is something Gregg Williams loves to do to try to bait the quarterback into an underneath mistake. Hairston, watch him make the undercall. Right there. And he makes it pretty quickly. May hears it. Gone. If Fitzpatrick threw it to this receiver, May has a chance to do his high step in prime time. Chris Berman dance to the end zone for a pick 6. He doesn't. Fitzpatrick makes a nice decision on the outside, gets a first down. But here, I'm assuming May has first in, second out, and Hairston has first out, second in, which means if both guys do an out, Hairston's going to have the first out, May's going to have the second out. If both guys do an in, May's going to have the first in, Hairston's going to have the second in. And what happens is the number 2 right here does an in, and that's May because he's got first in. The number 3 keeps going down the field, and Hairston drops. So it's excellent communication between these two, and May is a great quarterback in the defensive backfield to get that done. Fitzpatrick completes the pass, but it's not on May and Hairston. They do their job in terms of communicating, in terms of pattern reading, and Gregg Williams has to love this from an execution standpoint. Part of what made Brian Poole great in pass coverage in 2019 is his instincts. He's always in the middle, always inside, and Gregg Williams uses that to his advantage. his instincts shine through on most plays. Week 2 against Cleveland, second down, 5-yard line situation. There's Poole on the number 2. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a rub underneath, looking to get it to Jarvis Landry. They're bracketing number 3 with May and the extra cover man. So it's Poole on the outside corner. I think that's Darryl Roberts handling number 1 and number 2. Poole is going to have first in, second out. So if it's first in, he runs with the first guy, his first read. If it's 2 outs, he's going to run again with his first read. It's not. It's a rub under concept, so he's going to have that first in cut. It's critical that both these guys recognize what this is, and they do. There's Poole focusing on his number 1 read. Roberts probably making a call right now, under. Poole recognizes it right away. Look at Mayfield. Cocked the ball, isn't released yet. Poole breaks, plants off that right foot. I don't know if the angle's perfect. You'll see here. Yeah, a little bit of wasted movement. If he bolts out of that break, he has a chance to pick it off. Landry has to hustle to get there. But still, great job nitpicking. Roberts on the outside, if you rewind it, I think he read the rub right away. If not, he would have taken that first out situation to the flag, but I think his eyes were on Mayfield, and he saw Mayfield's throw. Already cocked, looking for the slant, the under. Here it is from the end zone view. You're just not going to see much except for the end result. It's great coverage by the Jet slot corner. This Sunday in Orchard Park against the Bills, watch to see how Gregg Williams' secondary handles things. Yeah, the DBs are never shown on CBS, on Fox, on the broadcast. You have to look at replays. But do it. Pay close attention and see the switching that goes on. See the pattern match reading that goes on. It's overtaken zone defenses in the NFL, which has in turn increased the activity for switching on 3-step drops. Why? Because offenses turn to the rub pick principles over the last 2 decades, partly in order to overcome Saban's pattern match zone. And here in these examples, Brian Poole, Marcus May, Nate Hairston do a great job in Gregg Williams' scheme.